The Paradox Midsummer Sale is live. Save up to 80% on Paradox games by following the link on screen or in the description.
Yes, that's going to be
the Germans are probably in a really tough spot.
Yeah, it's going to be the early test. Is if France can stay in just long enough, then Germany will be in a whole world of trouble. Because I bet his Italian border is probably like you've got 2 and 3 divisions on the Italian border, so it's not very well manned.
Yeah.
So that's what. In a few months' time, it'd be very interesting.
Germany's just way ahead of everybody at the moment, militarily.
Hello there, everyone, and
Hi.
welcome back to the second day of the 3-day war. And what a day it promises to be!
Today is gonna heat up.
It's gonna be quite the event.
Yeah.
If you weren't here last night, we'll recap it for you. So we have 4 teams of 3 players each, and each of them have been competing to achieve 3 specific objectives for their team. And what happened over the course of the last session was the German team, which is Germany, Poland and Hungary, got rather too ambitious.
Yeah, they got hungry and they ate a lot of stuff.
And the other 3 factions have all decided that it's time for them to be put in their place. But Germany, crucially, are at war with France before Britain or Italy can interfere with them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see whether these guys can help their French comrades out before the inevitable happens and France capitulates.
Yeah, the German army is really, really strong at the moment. They're sitting on they got 90 divisions, but a lot of them are very strong armor, 40 width ones.
Yeah, 12, 40 width, SPAA and light tanks.
Yeah,
really
nobody else has anything of that
France,
caliber yet. So it's really going to be a rush to see if they can save France here. And I think Daniel was trying to quote Lord of the Rings here. I heard things about the Riders of Rohan riding in to save everybody. So we'll see how that goes.
We hope for big things then from Sweden, just Daniel's country. If you weren't here yesterday, we'll just run around all the teams, tell you who's playing where. So we have the British Northern Lights faction, which is the British, obviously. The Swedes and the Finns, played by, we can just look at the player map mode, if I can bring it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Where's players? There it is. So we have Floriworry playing Britain, Daniel playing Sweden, and Ocelot Gaming playing Finland. And then to their south, as we said, we've got Prussian Prince in Germany, Traxium in Poland, and your boy Bobby, who is a PDX dev in Yugoslavia. That's different faction.
No,
that's the wrong faction.
Zarin's in that faction.
Zarin's in Hungary, and that's the third Central Power as well. I've completely missed him out there. Apologies for that. And then in the Italian Mediterranean Madmen faction, we have Jay's Gaming in Italy, your boy Bobby in Yugoslavia, and Game Gabster in Greece. Those 3 are a trio, hoping to dominate the Mediterranean. And then we're going to get the game underway. And then in the west here, we have the Franco-Iberian Alliance, with Feedback Gaming in France being rapidly pushed into here. Mordred Viking in Spain, and Cranium Muppet in Portugal, who's another one of our PDS devs. And they're trying to resist the German hordes now crushing in.
It doesn't look super good at the moment.
It doesn't look great at the moment, we have to say, for the French. They've got sort of straight infantry divisions up against some pretty meaty. So Germany's used self-propelled artillery, which is essentially going to melt infantry because it's got a very, very high soft attack.
Yeah. Well, they've kind of gone for an all-or-nothing deal here because they've really doubled down on the light tanks.
Yes.
So as soon as someone gets some later defense, then these divisions won't be all that good.
Yeah.
But of course, nobody really does.
Well, it's good news so far that they have managed to sort of hold the line. They're not got any unguarded provinces now, and the Portuguese and Spanish troops have both arrived on the front. I think they realise that they have to try and hold France. If they lose France, they're going to find it really tough to deal with the Germans effectively.
Yeah, and I mean, this is pretty much one of the best points to hold the line as well. Although I did try to get him to hold the mountains down here in Catalonia, but...
Yeah, I think once they lose the French, they're in deep trouble. Meanwhile, the other factions, well, we have the Mediterranean guys have been not doing a great deal so far, actually. They've been sitting they're justifying now on the Germans, but before that they've been sort of playing it cautious, seeing what develops around the world before they commit any rash moves. We also have a Greek justification here on Bulgaria, which is finished in about 3 months' time. Hoping to expand their territory that way. To the north, what's going on? We've got Britain and the northern faction here. They are now making their intervention into the war. It's not Britain doing it. It's the
Yeah.
Swedes. It's Sweden who are justifying on the.
Yeah, look
the
at
Germans.
this. Look at this German spirit here.
Oh yeah,
It's just
they're getting
eating
pretty
its
close
way
to
in.
Paris.
Yeah, I was watching the French. They were pinging like crazy over here to, to get everybody's attention to try and close it off.
Oh, an overrun there on some French divisions. Now they've really smashed through the defensive French line there.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough to deal with.
Yeah.
That's a lot of room.
Trouble is they haven't got any anti-tank in their divisions.
No.
If they got some of that in there, maybe they could have been piercing these tank divisions.
I think they had at least the Swedes, I believe, had at least anti-air, which might be enough for some of that.
Oh, they're really surging through.
Yeah.
Can they get any encirclements here on this German spearhead, which is galloping towards the Normandy coast? But there's a real pocket to be taken here if the Spanish can move into it.
It's on the other. It's communist France, so they're not surrendering that easily.
Yeah, and there's British troops here now. Are they at war with Germany already? They are at war with Germany already. That justification must have finished.
No, because of we fixed the faction stuff that we.
Yeah,
had
so
set
now
up wrong. Now everybody
has gone to war
is
and
pretty much in.
They're in. So this is it now. Can the British and then the Italians in a couple of months in January stem the tide enough to keep France in the fight?
Yeah, I'm following some Swedes here. There's 13 Swedish divisions that are about to land in Cherbourg here, and I assume assist.
Yeah. What is these divisions looking like? We got lots of artillery, support anti-air. These are pretty heavily equipped divisions, but this is a pretty mean pocket on the.
I mean, they should be able to deal with. So they have
now the Brits have committed here, but if they're not careful, they're going to lose a big chunk of their army here. If they get cut off at Dieppe, they'll lose their port. It's not looking good, is it? Early on.
No, it's not looking too good. I mean, we kind of saw this happening, but
have a look as well at the air superiority.
Oh yeah,
it's
very green for Germany.
Yeah, not good for the Allies.
Yeah, no,
the combined coalition
Germany's
nations.
got 20 factories on fighters since the beginning.
Yeah, lots of fighters. There's no CAS, so clearly, there are 200 bombers. Those are probably the tactical ones and interwars they start with.
Yeah.
So Germany's strategy here is clearly they just want to deny the airspace to the enemy.
Yeah, I mean, you get quite a lot of help. As long as you have green air, then pushing is way easier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, lots easier.
I'm looking at it now. They've actually got 24 factories on building fighters here. We're stuck at fighter ones now.
Just fighter ones?
Yeah.
Which nation was talking to Hungary were surging ahead in their fighter development.
Yeah, maybe so. I saw Yugoslavia was as well. So
not Hungary. It must have been. Was it Yugoslavia?
Yugoslavia was focusing on it, but clearly it doesn't really have the industry power to.
Yes. To make use of that, but it can give the research bonus, of course, to its allies.
I mean, Hungary is trying. They got 2 whole factories on building old fighters, but
you've got to try and just contribute what they can to the fighter.
I mean,
storm
actually, the Yugoslavian production is
Europe.
way up now. They got 8 full factories rolling, and
also 8 out of 10 all on fighters there. So they're clearly. The Italian hope is to get these quality Yugoslavian fighters in the air and just
and Yugoslavia actually has the more modern fighters as well. So
so that's going to be interesting how that plays over the air war over Germany once Italy joins the war.
Yeah, I mean Paris is holding here. Somewhat. But
just managing to hang on. They're encircled though.
Yeah, this is not good.
Is there a counter-attack coming from somewhere?
I don't see any.
Really tough.
Check out the air again here.
So if you are wondering,
really red.
So if you are wondering the objectives we're talking about, there are written ones, information around, but just in brief. So for example, the Germans here, they specifically have to capture the French town of Besancon behind the Maginot Line here. Once they control that province, they'll get a point. So really, the rest of the country doesn't actually matter in terms of scoring, but obviously, if you can capitulate France, you've got a big increase in your strength to be able to. To prosecute your war against your other enemies.
Yeah.
So we're talking about specific
Italy's
provinces.
Quite far off here joining.
Ooh. Sorry, I was looking at your screen there.
Yeah.
So we've got Hungarian will go here on Yugoslavia. So.
But I think that's probably going to need to wait.
They're not moving. They're not going to preempt a war against the Italians more than they have to. Are they, the Germans
and
at this
they're not
point?
really moving here in Romania either. But the problem is the Italian faction here. They can't really join yet.
Yeah, they've got to wait till January, so 2 months away still. And if we can get, we've got naval battles here, so we've got submarines, British submarines raiding convoys, and then do we have we must have evacuees by now, surely.
Yeah, I think
the Sweden's
falling back, I suspect.
So they said they give up. They give up the
managed to
ghost.
keep their.
That's it.
No, they're.
There are some Swedish troops on this side, on the near Le Havre, and 13 French divisions still trying to hold Paris bravely.
Yeah, that's. It's just a matter of time, I think.
Yep. Yeah, losing that battle now. Their organisation's almost gone.
Yeah.
So will that capitulate France? If we look at the...
I don't think so. Not yet.
It's only 34% at the moment. Paris will be a very big chunk of that. But they'll still be in the fight just about.
Yeah, the power of communism holds them up. But
But their front line is very, very thin.
Yeah.
Like, we've got no one on this eastern flank from Metz down to Dijon. There goes Paris.
Yeah,
we're now looking at
Paris is down.
55%.
I didn't see how many units that came down with that, actually.
No, I mean, France is now on 30 divisions, so he's lost a big chunk of his army.
Yeah.
Looking at 400,000 to 36,000 Germans.
Ouch.
It's a pretty mean rate of attrition.
Yeah, we got central power. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is not great.
No. So we'll fall down to Italy and Britain then. If France bows out the fight, and maybe the Iberians can form a redoubt in the mountains and hold them off.
Yeah.
But it's the question for Germany though: is once France capitulates, where do they send their tanks? Do they commit their tanks to try and run down the Spanish and Portuguese, or do they send them to a different front? Because they're going to have.
I suspect they're going to finish off Romania, don't you think?
You've got Romania to deal with,
then they're going to be hitting Italy.
There's lots of mountains in Italy though, and have they been forting up perhaps, the Italians?
Yeah.
No, they're just building alternate civilian and military factories here. So they're not going full defensive. They're going to try and push into the German territory. They are much stronger here on the border with the Germans, but
I mean they have the mountains, but I don't think that's going to be enough considering the Swiss cheese that it's France.
Oh Lord, that's. We've got this defensive line here down the south. The French have established, but they're already being.
Yeah, the German self-propelled artillery is here as well. It's.
I mean, are they just VP rushing now? I mean, they've still got.
Yeah, they have nothing that can pierce this.
But they've smashed through the Maginot Line now. There's no one to defend them. They're about to take Besancon here, so that'll be it will be a provisional point, barring them losing it later on in the game, whether it's tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that'll be a point to Germany as it stands.
At this point, though, should it be falling back to Spain, perhaps even?
Yeah, back to the Pyrenees. But of course, I mean, if you're France, you need to get your troops off your core territory before you capitulate.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
If your troops are on your core territory, then they cease to exist when you capitulate.
Yeah. You haven't capitulated if you can't take the phone call from high command, right?
Is that how it works?
Yes.
If you can't be summoned to the railway carriage in a forest.
Yeah, no, this is tough. It slowed down though, but no.
They're just methodically making their way through now, aren't they? So
yeah,
I think we can take France as essentially having fallen now.
Yeah, look at these numbers. Like, look at the attack numbers. Like over 500. These are one division here.
These are very powerful early game divisions. It's a very sort of short-term strategy though, because if a war drags on longer, the light SPA will end up just being really badly outclassed. But
it's almost like they wish they could have seen, because like if you build like specifically defensive divisions, focus on infantry, get some anti-tank in there.
Anti-tank would have been really crucial. Enough. And there goes France.
Yeah, look at them.
There's some Portuguese divisions holding out.
Yeah, I think they're de Gaulle is wounded. I think they're planning. I saw them pinging down here. I think they're about to move down here now.
Well, I guess if you're Germany, you just want to try and bounce the.
Yeah. Oh dear. The Portuguese divisions
the
are in trouble
as quickly as possible, essentially.
Yeah. So what's Germany doing now? Are they justifying?
He's got a front line going up against the.
Guess they're not.
One thing that's interesting is Germany is his army for infantry is 77 divisions out of 24. He's gone way over his limit there, so he's foregoing any kind of bonus to his infantry. But I guess just easier to manage than trying to corral sort of 3 or 4 different armies around.
Yeah.
Now we've got.
So he's got a front line up against Spain here.
Yeah,
and
he's pushed them right back, and
some Swedes are holding in the Spanish mountains. But I mean,
if they broke them once when they were at full strength in the north,
Yeah.
they're gonna keep
If
breaking these lines, aren't they?
They really just needed something mobile here, because you can see he doesn't have that many of these strong divisions around here, and if you can just take out a couple of them.
Yeah,
Like
they've had no time to entrench the divisions trying to defend the Pyrenees.
Yeah.
Because they've been forced back. Like, there was on very, very low organisation on these Swedish divisions.
Yeah.
They just haven't had the time to dig in, and they could be moving in now. They are, in fact, moving in. Prussian's moving his troops forwards.
He has.
have a look,
I guess he's been
meanwhile.
busy. He's not been moving his air force down along with him.
Oh no, still got it up in northern France. He needs to move that down.
Let's not tell him.
Well, it's only Allied fighters, so there's no sort of CAS effect to not having air superiority. So really, it almost doesn't matter.
There's a bonus. So I mean,
yeah, it's a small bonus, but in terms of like the damage being done to the units, there's no sort of CAS damage.
Yeah.
Which can be the real killer when you're pushing through.
Mm.
So meanwhile, over on the eastern front here in Romania, it's a pretty static front.
We have a breakthrough. The tanks have broken in.
As soon as I try and move away, there's action.
Switch to Germany.
Yeah, they've smashed through.
Yeah, there we go. They smashed through.
You know, they got the speed to just.
Yeah, there's nothing that can catch this now. Run, Swedes. Where
are the Portuguese in the no? There's no Portuguese troops in Portugal. So
no.
they're fully committed to trying to defend the Pyrenees, and it's not worked.
They're not going to make it. Did we lose all the Spanish troops? I think so.
Really, all of them? Yes. Yeah, they have no divisions left. Spanish.
Ouch.
That is very unfortunate for them.
Yeah, this is not. I mean,
Swedes are being
fielded manpower is not that huge of a difference, but
we're looking at
look at the casualties though.
Yeah,
763,000 killed versus 47.
It's a pretty comprehensive victory so far for the Central Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty similar armies. It's just those tanks making the difference.
Yeah, for sure. Spain. I mean, France was trying to build some of those, but they're not the greatest for actual defensive work, though.
Yeah, I guess they just weren't expecting the Germans to be so going for the jugular so early on.
Yeah. No, it's they were very, very fast. So Spain
100%.
is slowly falling here. I'm gonna have a look and see if anyone's trying to do something else. The Romanian front
we've got a pretty
seems
static front over
here.
in Romania. That's the Hungarians and
in fact,
Polish
the Romanian
troops,
AI is even pushing back, I believe.
Oh, they have. They pushed into Poland here.
Yeah.
These are it's just infantry sort of slugging against infantry here. It's a very sort of First World War conflict going on in Romania. We've got Hungarian troops lined up against. Polish troops actually lined up in Hungary against Yugoslavia.
Yeah, it's
still
a little bit under a month left now, though, until Italy can attack the Germans.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Spain can hold out a
it's
little bit longer, right?
Like they're going to lose. They can delay them long enough that they can't move their tanks away before Italy attacks.
I don't really see how, though. It's going to be tough. German armies.
We're looking at how many days? We're on the 18th of December now, so Italy's going to come in on the 10th of January. So it's less than a month. It's about 3 weeks we're looking at here.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough to hold, though. I mean,
yeah, that's a very big convoy raid you got on the west Spanish coast at the moment. I have to go and click on the German. You can see it better.
Yeah, it's German.
Wrong nation. It's the British involved. Yes, we got a huge German convoy here, being raided by the British. So those must be those resources or troops, probably resources being brought in from things like rubber, I expect. All those planes they're building.
Probably.
There goes nationalist Spain.
Oh dear, great news.
So we have 4 Portuguese divisions in Spain encircled and one in Portugal.
Yeah, the Germans got hold on one bomber that hadn't been.
It's going to bravely hold out in Lisbon.
Oh dear. All right.
Being hotly pursued by actually, I have to click on their core territory, do I? Yes.
Adolf Hitler denounces Danish ideals.
Oh dear.
So I guess
that sounds ominous.
I guess Denmark's next, perhaps.
Yeah, wanting to get at Sweden.
Yeah. They are 7th of January is when that happens.
Sweden's only got about 10 to 16 divisions. He's actually on. Look at him directly. 11 divisions. Those were all in Spain.
Yeah.
So. I mean, if Germany had naval invaded, you could have got in here because there's no one defending these ports.
No, I think he was focusing all his attention.
Peace treaty.
So, what are they going to do?
So I believe that what's going to happen here is we've made it a sort of compulsory rule that you have to puppet your opponents. So the Germans can take land, but they have to puppet, and then those players will then fight for their opponents essentially as puppets.
Yeah.
And they can also try and frantically lend lease equipment to their overlords to try and break free.
It does look like they're actually grabbing the territory though.
Well, yeah, much of it. I wonder if they will do the puppets.
Oh.
Oh, we're in Discord actually. Sorry.
Are we?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
So you've won.
Well,
Somewhat.
Against one alliance.
One alliance. Yeah, one
Yeah.
down, 2 to go.
To go, that's it.
So what are you thinking for this peace treaty then?
Well, I want to take as much of the coast as possible, but
Yeah.
I'll let them have the rest, right? Because I want the coast for dockyards. I want to.
Are you gonna puppet them, or are you gonna let them free?
I'm gonna puppet them, of course.
Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna have the sort of dark versions of Feedback and his team.
Dark feedback.
Yeah. So that Feedback's twin brother.
Yeah.
Gonna be
goatee.
now in charge of the French Commune. Trying to
So how's that work? They're gonna have to
Oh,
fight
So
all
they
the
have
They have to
banners.
turn against their former coalition partners. And
Yeah.
I made
So they are
them down.
joining us on Discord or what?
Yeah, if you want to have them in your Discord channel, that's
Yeah.
fine. You
Yeah.
want to
That
coordinate?
would be
Wanna
great.
hear the
Sad
tears?
because I accidentally took too much land from Portugal. I wanted to leave it with more land, but I took too much.
No, they've only
So
got
I
the
think
2
it's down
states
to
there.
2 states now. Yeah.
You've left them with the tungsten though, so that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need tungsten anyway, but
Oh, okay.
I'm
Fair
not
enough.
doing medium tanks. Yeah.
All
I
right.
think everyone's puppeted now. Yeah. It looks fine.
Oh, I think you're being joined now by the defeated Franco-Iberian alliance.
Hello.
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 Evening,
Oh, I
friends.
should've-
Welcome to
Commiserations to you
the
all.
Tentacle Powers.
Welcome.
Welcome to the dark side to you all.
Yeah. How does it feel to be be on the other side of the conflict?
Yeah. It's alright.
It was so strange because in the first days of the war we didn't realize that we weren't actually in the war, so we were like running around like, why can't we attack?
Oh.
Yeah, when I couldn't counterattack to cut off one of the tanks, I was like, oh.
You're not actually at war with them.
Yeah, I need to call you in.
Yeah, well, commiserations for your defeat. You fought well. Unfortunately, just those those SPA divisions particularly causing you real grief.
Yeah. Those were
Get the
nasty.
medal still.
Okay, well we'll leave you to get to know each other in your new uncomfortable alliance, and check back later on to see how you're getting on.
Yeah, let's I'm gonna switch to faction view here. This is looking bad for the Mediterranean.
Yes.
And oh, look at this. It looks like
So they're cut them in half now. It's a swathe of central
Yeah.
powers in between the two sides.
looks like the Romania has actually joined the Northern Lights here.
Yeah, I think that happened when the central powers attacked Romania. It happened essentially automatically. The players couldn't.
Did they have them guaranteed?
Yes, I think they did actually. Yeah, so
Oh.
that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Let's shall we check in with the Mediterranean chaps because they're about to join the war in a few. Oh, they're not actually. Well, that's surprising.
I mean, they have there's a few days left, right?
Are you guys there? Mediterranean
Hello.
madmen?
Yes, hello. Yes, we are madmen, and we
So-
are about to go mad.
Well, you're a
at
little bit less
the-
mad because your justification against Germany has disappeared.
Yeah.
Yes, it just vanished.
And- You've decided
Yeah.
actually seeing what happened to France. You've decided actually fighting Germany is not a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll just leave you alone, right?
No, I mean that's the thing. They're probably coming for us anyway, so
Yeah.
we might
I
as
don't
well
know.
forget. Why spend political power, you know?
I mean, you could try and help the Northern Lights, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's your plan? If you're not going to fight against the Germans and you're going to probably watch them defeat the Northern Lights, how are you going to try and get your objectives complete?
Can we still win if we surrender to Germany and become their puppets and achieve our goals by being puppets of them?
No, because you'd be in the Central Powers faction. You wouldn't be in your own faction.
Yeah, but like it's a sub faction. We're like
No, I'm afraid.
secretly-
There are no sub factions in
No.
that's fine. So your objective is actually you've got to control Budapest, which involves fighting Germany. So you're just going to give
Yes.
up on that objective.
I don't see how we can do it.
Well, you could rush them right at the end.
Yeah,
Days
maybe,
away from
maybe,
the
but
session ending
that's
in
a tale for
tomorrow night.
not tonight.
Not tonight, yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
No.
Not tonight.
if we see tomorrow.
I guess, of course,
question.
if you do go to war with the Northern Lights, you can go a long way towards getting your control of the Mediterranean or your entrances and islands in the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
just
but
got the Balearics,
we
though.
need to fight France too, and it's a puppet of Germany, so we need to fight Germany anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, that they didn't actually...
But
they left the Balearics
scoring-wise, though, Germany is going to have to go for Sweden now, right?
Yeah, Germany has to take control of Lillea in northern Sweden.
Yeah.
Up here. If you zoom in, there it is.
Yeah.
So he's got to launch some invasions of Sweden. And Sweden, though, he got one division.
So, they didn't get away?
So that's not looking good there for the Swedes, unfortunately.
So if I secretly just invade Turkey, I wonder, Germany wouldn't mind that, would they?
Well, I'm sure Germany would have a problem with that. I'm sure they'd
yes.
be completely sanguine about your secret invasion
Hungary
of Turkey.
just attacked Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Oh, Hungary did. Oh, okay. So you're having it.
All right, call me in.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're having war forced upon you, unfortunately.
Oh dear.
We'll leave you to try and
with
cope
that.
with this. Well, that was sudden.
Yeah. Sudden and brutal.
So any talk of friendly relations between the Germans and Italians is gone essentially.
Yeah, I kind of thought it would. Or at least I thought they might stick around long enough to take out Turkey, perhaps.
They haven't called it Italy in yet, actually. The Yugoslavians, which is a little bit strange.
And it's just a delay.
So I think if I'm Italy now, I'm thinking they should be setting a naval invasion to the Balearics as soon as possible.
Yeah, there we go. Italy's
Italy's in now. Okay, so the Italians are not at war with the Northern Lights, so they haven't got to fight Britain's fleet. They have got to fight France's fleet and the German fleet. So maybe if you're Germany, you're sending your fleets now into the Mediterranean to try and prevent them from landing on the Balearic Isles.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look here. What is going on with the naval battles? Is there anything big going on? It looks like just convoy raiding.
Yeah, convoy raiding. But perversely, it's German convoys being raided by the British.
Brave.
Oh yes.
Some brave troops down
South
here.
South African divisions here. This is the AI
Yeah,
launching a naval invasion of West Africa. It seems.
Yes.
Or northwest Africa.
Well, it's not the AI. It's troops given over as expeditionaries.
They've been requisitioned.
Yeah. Which is
Makes
probably
sense.
a good idea, but it doesn't look like anyone's trying to stop that yet.
Spanish divisions here being raided. I imagine the British might have sunk quite a lot of these Axis convoys. Let's have a look at the naval losses, in fact. Go up here with the lost ships. Current month, we're looking at... Oh, only 5 sunk this month, but overall, 67 convoys sunk by the British so far.
Yeah, but no big major battles, though. Like the...
No, not proper naval battles, no. Both sides have been quite cautious.
Yeah.
Because obviously, for the French faction and for the... Well, not the French faction anymore, they're not. They're kaput, as it were. But the British faction has to try and have the largest navy in the world compared to the other 3 players. So even though Germany's faction and Italy's faction can't gain a point by having the largest fleet, they can deny the British a point by by killing their fleet, basically. You can see on the screen there. So we're determining largest fleet by a point system. So the larger ship you have, the more points it gets. So to sort of balance out, you can't just count raw numbers because that would obviously buy submarines and destroyers, which cost a lot less in. Oh lordy! Okay, so we got a big move here in Yugoslavia. So the Hun gets with these German tanks. There's 3 German tank divisions in here.
Oh dear.
4, in fact, and they've been cut off.
Oh.
If they can close this encirclement and kill those tank divisions. That's a big swing in the balance of power because those are expensive divisions.
Yeah, and he only had 12.
They haven't captured a port yet.
I haven't checked how many he actually has. So it's
they're moving
he
in
still
here
only has 12. He still only has 12.
So east of Trieste, we've got a division moving in to encircle this one tank here and push to the coast. Yeah. They can just hold. They're being pushed through here just northeast of Zagreb.
They actually seem to be winning here.
Okay, they're being forced back north of Zagreb.
The Yugoslavian divisions can actually pierce the Germans, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, they're weakened now, they're cut off.
Oh, that's that's Croatia firing, which is in the... Not in a faction, but it is at war with Yugoslavia. So that's kind of changed things a little bit there.
Yeah, there's a bit of a mess up here now.
So we've got an event fired there that creates the independent state of Croatia when Germany is at war with Yugoslavia. But this tank division here, sort of northwest of Sarajevo, is dead. Yeah. 1 tank division down.
Woo!
Germany.
11 to go.
Yeah, Germany now has 11 of his SPA divisions left.
Yeah.
There are 2 more in danger here, being
Yeah.
attacked, and there's 1 down here which has been pinned against the coast and
Yeah.
is now losing quite badly.
Yeah, the Greeks divisions are doing okay here as well.
Yeah, what's the Greeks got in their divisions? Are we looking at a pretty meaty template down there?
I'm about to find out.
Let's have a look at there. So Game Gaff's templates here.
Yeah.
So we got artillery, looks like. Classic sort of 7 infantry, 2 artillery layout, and
Yeah.
most of his divisions.
Fairly expensive, but pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can they get these sort of 3 remaining light tank divisions? If they can, that's a full third of his armoured force gone, which considering he's got to try and breach the Italian mountains, that's a pretty big blow
And
to his capability.
I don't
to
know how
attack.
much behind the. Can we call them the allies now? I don't know. Should we?
The coalition. The coalition of teams.
I mean, how's Germany looking? So they got. Actually, I'll switch to them so I get exact numbers here.
104 divisions, 119 military factories,
Yeah.
48 dockyards. Now, they've been building dockyards, I think.
I mean-
Or maybe that's just from France. They've
Yeah, I
gained
mean,
them from.
they're significantly ahead on the factories still, but
Pumping out light cruisers, it seems.
they still suffer. No, they got rid of their problems as well. Yeah, I actually spotted the French fleet. There's a significant amount of it still there. So we might be seeing some struggles with UK.
Yeah. Britain is sort of kept
it's
his
looking
fleet
pretty
very,
good though. I
very
mean, the armor
conserved.
divisions are not having a good time. They got like 48% attrition going on here. So
Yeah, so lots and lots of tanks being lost here. Actually, what's Germany's deficit? Only minus 51. He is really trying to account for that with the production. 20 factories still on light SPA,
Yeah,
30 on fighters now, 45 on guns.
I don't know where they were at when they started though. I think he had a significant surplus though.
Interesting that he built anti-air, towed anti-air, so maybe he was expecting to be up for a real fight in sort of the air, but really the Allies' plane counts, we're looking at, for the British we've got, how many?
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he
1,700.
figured Britain would be focusing on it, right? I think we actually saw Britain focusing
Game
fairly
Gaff's
heavily
left,
on
and
it.
maybe he's crashed. I mean, France is gone, but we're looking at a fairly even war down here in the Balkans at the moment.
Yeah.
If they can just, there's one division down here that's been cut off again, and the Germans are not having it all their own way, trying to push across the river. I think the Danube is causing them real trouble.
Yeah.
It's quite a major barrier.
Yeah, and then they clearly can't get to their divisions to save them. I
Yeah.
think that's just a matter of time now. Both of those are not doing okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of attrition there.
So we're looking at maybe Prussia being a little bit too overconfident there with how he threw his tanks in and didn't really account for potential encirclements.
Yeah,
So well played from the Mediterranean madmen there.
for sure. In fact, how does the air look? Where? Yeah, I mean, actually, Yugoslavia's got green air down here.
Oh wow! So are they just not managing their planes?
I think
They've got lots over. They've got some over France still. I guess they're trying to prevent bombing from the British.
We'll have a look at see where Germany's at with its air force.
It's the air efficiency. The German mission efficiency is only 8%.
Yeah.
Whereas the coalition's got 62%. So that's pretty good on their part. So with way less planes, they're actually getting air superiority with just 200 fighters.
Yeah, but I mean, they're a whole tech level ahead as well.
Yes, of course. Those fighter twos playing a really big role there.
Yeah.
Look at Yugoslavia. How many they actually got out in?
Yeah, I mean they're winning despite 200
yeah.
versus like 600.
Yeah. So we've got some real good planes here. 100 at least of the fighter twos out.
Yeah.
Really helping them out there.
The problem is though, I mean, when you're that outnumbered, you're eventually going to be worn down.
So we've got a Greek justification against Bulgaria and a Polish war goal against them as well. So I guess the Greeks potentially are hoping to try and get a bigger border against Turkey to potentially invade them.
Yeah. We got Hot joining back in, I think.
Because of course, if Greece can get just across the strait, there's not a great deal the Germans can do to stop them, because they'd have to try and either navally invade or try and get across this strait to catch up with them.
Yeah, I guess the only reason they haven't is they don't really want to have more of a front line to watch out for.
Yeah.
But I think we said as long as they capitulate Turkey once, that counts as the point, right?
Yes, as soon as Turkey's lost once, that's it. They've lost that point.
Yeah. It's interesting, Poland's still not really managing to pull anything in here.
When Romania, yes.
Yeah.
Stalemate.
Yeah, actually, they're stalemating pretty good right now.
Yeah, you wonder whether they should have just sort of got rid of Romania and then
There we
dealt
go.
with France.
Croatia's down.
Oh yeah, RIP Croatia, everyone.
Yeah.
They tried hard for several weeks and then overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna take it? They're just passing between them. Oh, they're getting enough points to take the states.
Yeah.
Just hit done, guys, and have one person hand them out. The obvious solution.
Maybe they want to split it or something.
But they can have one person split this, just award the state to somebody else. They're still passing it between them.
Oh well.
Okay, Dalmatia's going to Yugoslavia or Hungary. Not Hungary. Hungary's different faction.
Yeah.
Of course, not Hungary. What are they doing?
Well, they're passing it
it's
on.
one state, guys. Just pick.
It's 54 points. They should be able to take it now, right?
Apologies for our team here deciding to entertain us with repeated clicking of the pass button.
Yes.
It's not quite as exciting as France being overrun and tank divisions being encircled. Hopefully they'll be done shortly.
Yes. I mean, we can watch some of these,
these
airplanes crashing into the.
There must be a fierce debate going on inside that team.
Here we go.
Oh, there we are. Are we done?
There.
Italy is somehow in this. What? Just hit done, guys. You've done everything.
Yeah.
Haven't you? Give score. There we are. Okay, so we've still got encircled German tanks now looking like they're in a really bad spot.
Now they're
Italy's
even
come
more
across.
encircled. And we also have, actually, this whole three divisions.
I think they're losing these 3 divisions, aren't they?
Yeah. Greek guys, don't watch out for that lower one there. It's going to be... he has no real opposition now.
But they're going to be moving so slowly, these German tank divisions.
But the front's about to connect now. They can just get across the river here.
Yeah, just at Belgrade.
Yeah, it's not looking too good.
They're in fairly good supply and organisation, considering they've been cut off for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's just this one here, north of.
Now Germany seems to be winning in the air now.
Yeah, they moved their planes down, got more in the air.
Yeah,
now
I think that might be
much better efficiency now.
Yeah, ouch. Yeah, no, it's.
So with the air superiority now, it's sort of looking a bit more doubtful. But if they can just encircle and destroy these 2 here, which they still can, they're cut off quite far away.
They're also running out of the really good planes now as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at Yugoslavia here.
See how much they're producing.
He's got a 3 fighter surplus. We can see what he's actually got in the field. I've forgotten how we do it. There's a way you can see the equipment he's got deployed.
Yeah, I got it here. So here you can see, so it's got 79 of the IK3s. They're the good ones.
Okay, so he's sort of dwindling a little bit there because he had over 100 at least at the start of the war.
Yeah, 150 I believe.
One of the wings was entirely of it.
There's a fierce charge going on in here.
Yeah, they're desperate to try and get through to their encircled tanks, aren't they?
Yeah. And I mean, some pretty bad penalties on the tanks.
Yeah, trying to
despite that though, they still have some serious firepower. So like,
looking at terrain minus 30% attack, and then river crossing minus 46. They're taking a minus 76% penalty to their attack right now.
And they're still kind of on par on the attack.
Which is why they can't get across this river.
Yeah.
Really
the production cost of these things though. But they're really, this river is messing it up for them.
Oh, they're across. They're linked up.
They're linked up.
Oh no! This tank was on such low organisation.
Oh.
They were so close.
Yeah. Oh, now it's down to like only 5% attrition here.
Oh no!
Oh, they don't really have anything fast and mobile to close this either.
The script was written for the Yugoslavians to kill the German tanks.
Yeah.
They spoiled it.
It was close. Now they're linked up to the sea here as well in Rijeka.
Oh, they just got through. If it had been a little bit longer,
it's gonna be tough.
They might have done it.
Sweden up to anything? I haven't looked. Sweden and Finland. So Sweden is planning a bit of an invasion up here, it looks like.
Oh, interesting. So we got a lot of divisions actually. 10 divisions being potentially shipped across here. Does Germany have port defense? Yes, he's manned the entire.
Yeah, they got another entire coastline. Another 5 days or so here, and they can launch this invasion. I'm gonna keep eyes on it.
Germany has got his war goal on the Danish. So if the Swedes commit over here and land, he can just sort of sweep through behind them.
Yeah,
And,
I mean you can
land
hold
on
that
their
straight
land.
for a really long time though.
Yeah, but they're sending 10 of their 11 divisions to Germany.
Yeah.
So they'll have one division.
Maybe it's the really strong division.
They'd have to do quite a job
Yeah.
to manage to keep them up.
So Poland's guarding the coastline here. It looks like.
Yeah, they've all deployed sort of along the entire coastline.
I mean,
We've got
the
Polish and German troops.
here we go. Swedish invasion coming in, smacking straight into Polish defenders of Germany. This sounds weird.
Well, we've got the fleet out. The divisions haven't left Malmo yet.
Oh, that's true.
They will be, I'm sure, on the way soon. We've got 2 more days
right.
to
I actually
prepare.
thought it was the transport.
No, it was just them bringing it. I guess he was trying to see what they've got on the coast by bringing his fleet out, just to give them that visibility.
Yeah. Probably too much. Unless he's like done something with these divisions. No,
just
they're
straight
still kind of
infantry
economic.
and artillery.
Yeah, I mean, economic divisions.
Yeah. He's just hoping, I guess, that if he can just land, it's just one division on each task, we can just land and take Stettin without the Germans realising. He can sort of cause some mischief
Yeah,
whilst they're buried in Yugoslavia trying to make a fist of it.
Yeah, this is not looking good. It's like melted Hungarian cheese all over.
No, it's not good for Yugoslavia.
No.
So it's unfortunate because I was hoping that they would be able to take those tanks because the Greeks could have maybe got into Turkey and caused them trouble.
I'm a little surprised that like Italy's not really trying to do. I mean, I guess they can't really push through the mountains either. So
yeah, I mean, I guess their hope is that they can keep some strength back and then hold the mountains. But
and they haven't gone for. Haven't actually called in their puppet France yet.
Yeah, but they have now split in half. So all the Italian troops are on the west side of this split in Italy's own land. He's got 12 new divisions down here in Rome.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's just got to try and hold the mountains, and then if failing that, the very large river here, Yugoslavia has capitulated.
There we go.